Good morning on this 22nd day of April, 7:47 in the morning on this Saturday. And it's another miserable kind of a day outside. Cold and rainy and snowy and just dark outside. No sunshine at all. So I might try to hit the mall a little bit later this afternoon for some walking around and just getting some exercise and getting out of the house. So my first meal of the day is usually a couple of bananas, 1, 2, 3 or so. I've had 2 so far today. But now it's time for something a little bit more significant. Gonna fry up a couple of over medium eggs, but first I'm gonna put a couple thin slices, well they're thick slices I guess, of red potato in a little cast iron. I got peanut oil. I bought this the last time. Let's get it over here. Peanut oil. I bought this the last time I was at the store. I've already tried it once and it seems pretty good. So we're going to use a little bit of that to fry these eggs and cook my over medium eggs as well. Start out with about that much. I've also in the past used avocado oil, which I have a little bit of. But today it's going to be the peanut oil, and I have in the past used olive oil as well. So let's go ahead and drop a couple slices of taters in there, and a little bit of Lowry seasoning salt. And I do mean a little bit. I'm not going to use much of this at all. Just a sprinkle in there. You need to get a lid on that because it's popping everywhere. So I'll be actually using a Teflon egg pan today to do my over medium eggs. I've had this pan for years and years, and it's simpler to use an egg pan like this rather than the cast iron. But the cast iron is better for you because you need iron in your body anyway. And people say that this Teflon simply comes apart over time, and I'm sure that's absolutely true. But I like a couple over medium eggs in there once in a while. So we'll be back shortly after those potatoes get nice and cooked, and I also need to be taking my blood pressure medicine today. Alright, just flipped my taters over, and that's how I like them, nice and golden brown. Alright, gonna have an English muffin with this, with a little bit of country crock butter. Let's go ahead and get our muffin fired and start cracking some eggs. Alright, I like to crack my eggs on a flat surface. Just seems to work out a little bit better like that. There we go. No broken yolk yet. Just kind of open them up slowly, and usually you won't have any problems. Nobody wants their yolk broken. Well, I guess some people do. Not me. Alright, moving right along. We took the cast iron off the burner quite a long time ago, but it still stays plenty hot in there. Alright, getting ready for English muffin time. So eggs are coming along. Look at that. Beautifully non-stick, even though that pan is pretty old. They're still very non-stick in that. Let's see how these look. They are good, because I like to use my bread, my toast, to soak up my egg yolk. Alright, just a little bit of butter on there. Try not to use too much. Move my beautiful little spudleys onto the plate. And it looks like it's just about time to do the old egg flip here. I have flipped eggs a couple zillion times in my line cooking career. Pretty easy to do. At home here, I like to keep my oil, my stove as clean as possible no matter what. And unfortunately I see I have broken one of the yolks. You can see it's starting to shrink down. But that's okay. If this were a restaurant, you probably wouldn't be able to get away with that. Alright, there we go. And now if you were in a restaurant, you would have to flip these back over again and serve them that way. But since I don't care about that, I'm just going to put them on there, and then I'm going to wipe the bottom of my pan. I've already turned my burner off, but we'll just go ahead and put this back on there and cover it up because we're going to be using that in our next meal. Okay, it's going on noon now, so it's just about time for lunch. So everything that I'm making today is fried. At least that was the plan. So taking the last of my red potatoes, I've cut them up into French fry size. I am gonna put some peanut oil in the cast iron, and I'm gonna make some French fries. Again, not very healthy stuff. I'm not eating very healthy today. I shouldn't be eating fried foods at all. Dinner tonight, I had planned to have a hamburger. I broke this out of the freezer a while ago. I was going to cut it up into 3 sections and make 3 hamburger patties out of it. But this thing is still really frozen solid. It's just so cold in here that it's not thawing out. So I think I'm going to have to change my plans on that. And I was going to make French fries out of one of these russet potatoes with my hamburger. Again, I'm not eating very healthy. I should not be eating fried foods at all. I am going to go to Winco tomorrow and do some shopping. I found an interesting salad recipe that I'm going to try to make, so I'll pick up all those ingredients and try to make that tomorrow. And maybe have that hamburger with a salad instead of French fries. But for today, we're going to put some peanut oil in the pan, and we're going to cook off some French fries. Again, I'm going to have some Lowry seasoning salt on these. So I choose to use this small pan because I'm going to be using the bigger cast iron skillet to make a San Francisco sandwich. Yep, still making those. So, all right, there we go. And a little bit of Lowry's on there, just a little bit. There we go. Those will come out pretty good. We've got our beef base over here for our au jus, pardon me, for the roast beef, and we got our big cast iron on here. We'll be grilling up sourdough with. I'm going to try to be a little bit smarter and only have 1 slice of cheese on my sandwich. Okay, I just turned my French fries over, and these aren't going to be your typical French fries, but they'll work. They'll break apart pretty easily, and they'll be golden brown on 2 sides. And for me, that's fine. Ready for our cheese. We got what's left of our tomato to slice up. The French fries are cooking. Let's put our cheese right there. We can actually remove those French fries. We got our roast beef in there. So I don't have room for the camera on the counter right now, but I will put this sandwich together and show you the finished product. And there is my lunch. Unfortunately, the French fries do come out a little soggy when you cook them like that, but I'm okay with that. But look at that sandwich. Look at all that tomato in there. It's going to be delicious. This San Francisco sandwich is so big that I can easily make a meal out of just half of it if I got a little bit of a side. All right, that's it for lunch. Okay, it's going on 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm having a pretty early dinner tonight. I've warmed up some chicken noodle soup, my favorite soup. I got some unsalted crackers to go with that, and that'll make a good dinner. And as always, I'll try to stay up until at least 6 tonight, but it's hard because I get pretty darn tired. I actually didn't go back to sleep at all today. Sometimes I do, but I did lay in bed and watch some couple episodes of Emergency, but I never went off to sleep. So I've been up since 11 o'clock last night. So for the time being, it looks like I'm kind of stuck in this trend of not being able to stay up much past 6 o'clock at night. But I sure wish I could sleep in till 2 or 3 in the morning. Maybe eventually. Thanks for watching.